All right, good Friday evening, everybody. It's 11:03 p.m. and there's John DFW, first one in the baseball sphere, right? That's what we'll call it for now. And Jack Dawson, brother Jack Dawson, how you got gents doing? So yeah, I've just been messing around with APBA Go baseball, and gotta say, I really love it. And I was messing around with it last night, and I was kind of looking at, kind of comparing it to one of my favorite games, APBA PC Baseball or Baseball for Windows Broadcast Blast, whatever you want to say. And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of. We're not going to play a game of Baseball for Windows, but I do kind of want to show what it's about. Um, so there's a lot I still have to learn. Hey, there's Bernie Strom. How you doing, Bernie? There's still a lot I have to learn about this. But I got to tell you, I love it. I really love it. Yeah, APPA baby, David Lando. David, did you go ahead and do the? I answered you in the Discord. Hopefully, you just did the $25 subscription. Just forget what it costs per year, and I mean, because it unlocks everything rather than having to buy seasons. $25 a month. I'm sorry, $25 a month is not bad. It's not bad at all. So, but I was really thinking about comparisons. What can you do and stuff like that? Not yet, but you're going in. You should. It's really fun. So you can play the basic game, APA basic game in any mode, and master game has been implemented in solitaire mode, and I forget what the other one is. So unlike Baseball for Windows, the master game isn't fully implemented across all modes yet. There's Cousin Ken Castro says, "Hey, cousin chat, looking for a rematch soon?" Absolutely, buddy. Anytime. I played a game last night, the 69 Orioles, I think it was. 69 Orioles and 67 Boston Red Sox won that one. So I'm 3-0 right now in this game. So having fun with it. But I mean, comparisons are always inevitable, and for a long time, the digital way to play APA baseball was Baseball for Windows, and it's still a remarkable program, a remarkably deep baseball simulations. It's one of my favorites. The only thing that as far as play by play goes out there in digital baseball land, at least that compares to it, would be Diamond Mine Baseball. But just kind of looking at things, I thought it'd be fun to kind of do a comparison. And hopefully, while I'm not expecting that there's going to be a broadcaster in this game, and that's fine, um, I'm hoping for more of the flexibility that you can have in Baseball for Windows. Now, one of the big knocks, if you will, is so yeah, it has far far fewer micromanagers than Baseball for Windows, and I'll show that. But it seems to be pretty good. I haven't tried the master game yet. Just getting myself back in the APA frame of mind, if you will. And I'll tell you what, basic is pretty fun. Basic is pretty fun. I mean, I know there's lots more bells and whistles and deeper managerial choices, but there's something very zen just about playing this. And good news for cards and dice players, you can roll your own dice in this. So one of the great things that I've always loved about APA baseball, and again, as we say, since comparisons are inevitable, we got to compare it to Stratomatic baseball. So Strat Max has all the seasons. Strat Cards and Dice doesn't. But APA Cards and Dice has all the seasons. Um, APA Go has all the seasons. When I say all the seasons, we're going back to 1901, unfortunately. 19th century, getting the shaft again. So if you want 19th century, you got to look at Ala Park Baseball, Action PC Baseball. Dwayne's not around, but I mean, I'm sure you could import um, 19th century baseball. Don Brav baseball, you can do it as well. It seems to be pretty decent, John, to answer your question. I like it. But yeah, there's only a few micromanagers as opposed to especially if you join Digital Skybox for baseball for Windows. There's literally thousands of micromanagers. So 1883, Ken says, is available at least in cards. Yeah, so I didn't see it here in terms of replays or anything like that. We'll look a little bit more in depth to this. The tutorials really are meh. Teaches you how to get to the first pitch, but I mean, let me hide this here. But thanks to the help of everybody else. But if you really just follow it, it's a little squiffy just at the beginning when you're choosing the lineup. But once you do it, it's fine. You can freely move, change your lineups. Now, what I'm finding missing in this right now, I was looking at custom teams tonight, and I thought, oh, this is really, really cool. I could just create teams, much the same way that, I do in other programs. That doesn't seem to be the case, unfortunately. So if I click on new team, for instance, so I can do based on empty roster, and we could try this because either that or your empty or your team could be based on any one of the teams here. And as you can see, everybody, all the sets, including, and this is why I think this is really, really worth the $25 a month, is because you get these additional sets and stuff like that, like the Bats 3, Bats 2, the G Tops sets, all that. So there's Bats 2. So I could, but I should try with just an empty roster and see if it lets me bring in the players that I want to. Because that's one thing that Baseball for Windows allows great flexibility with that. Um, so what's ghosted out here is APBA teams. So maybe that's just listing these in empty roster. So if we do an empty roster, let's just have some fun with it. And let's just see all time. Maybe we'll get some help here. Maybe all time great Phillies. I mean, I should be doing the Pirates, I guess. But so, yeah, see, I can't really. So let's just say empty roster and let's make it National League. I'm not sure where the name is supposed to go. I guess right here. So this is still a little bit not quite sure what you're supposed to do here. So I don't know what this abbreviation, description, any of that stuff is. So this is easier to do in baseball for Windows. I'm going to have to experiment with this some more. Okay. So if there is a way to create sort of any team that you want, then this is something that I'm definitely going to want to do because you can't play APA PC like I can't play that at work. I'd have to bring my own PC or something like that. But this is almost as good in that way. I think it's very, very feature rich. So as Ken pointed out the other night, this adds in the Bats expansions, both pre 1960 and post 1960. So that's a lot of fun. Also, you get they're called the G Tops sets, and again every season. So I mean, if you just go down here to replays, right, and click new replay, so you can enter its name, but we'll just select the season so you can see here. And these are some of the revised sets, by the way, that they've done too. So you have access back to from 1901 to 2024. Any season replay is there. Okay. You can so if we would select 1971, okay, and then from there I'm just going to do all teams, and I could just enter it. Let's see what we get here. 1971 replay, and I'm not going to really describe this. Let's just confirm it. Okay, so statistics, view collection. I don't think there's anything here. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. And there's your schedule. Now, my understanding, and yeah, Bernie, yeah, this will work on anything that can access the internet. So even for you guys just to have Chromebooks, this will work. So if you can access the internet, that's nice. So, I mean, a point in its favor, obviously, is that if you're playing baseball for Windows, uh, you have to have a Windows machine. There's just no way around it. So I'm from reading on the forums, it doesn't seem that it uses as played lineups, but it's easy enough to just do if you want to. You can also autoplay in this game, which is pretty cool. Don't really have any collection. Collections have to do with sort of exporting stats and stuff like that, which is really, really neat. But here, whoops, I'm sorry, guys. So this is, so you can choose to play, and again, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell's going on here. There we go. So you can choose to play, so we have Washington, Oakland, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Houston. And these are right, so the schedules are correct. So you can choose to just autoplay the game, play solitaire. So that means that you're managing both sides. Or what I like to do is versus the micromanager, which is really, really fun. So you see how easy it was to just set up this 1971 replay. And, if we scroll all the way down here, let me make this a little smaller, hopefully. Bigger, smaller. Oh, I guess it doesn't like that old trick. That's okay. So you can see there's like 39 pages here or so. And you can just choose also, if you want, to just pick a team. So if it was Bernie, and let's say he was doing 1967, he could just choose 1967 and just the Boston Red Sox. So that's pretty cool. Um, I'm really, really, really. Thank you to Samuel Smith the other night. We were going to do opening day on Action PC 1971, and he said, "Oh, did you hear Santa came early?" Da 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 da. Shame they don't have real lineups. Baseball Max does. So that is a point in favor of Strat Max. Um, I would say, though, what would be really nice would be, since, I mean, Dombrov Baseball already does it. In fact, Dombrov Baseball has fantastic 1,938 games. Yep. Some of us for all the entire seasons. Exactly. So that is, again, a point in favor of Strat Max. That it does use the as played lineups. I think that's something that will happen here. What would be really nice would be, so as I mentioned earlier, Dombrov Baseball, which hopefully is going to be, there's rumors there's going to be a complete revamp of it next year. So looking forward to that. Richard Dombrov was on a podcast. I'm going to have to find it and kind of give you my thoughts. I do like the game, but there's definitely, it's mostly UI issues that need to be changed and maybe ball flight, but it's a good baseball game. But back to this, or back or to why I'm mentioning Dombrov, is it has these things called workflows. And so if you're bringing in stats, so the way it used to be, it was pretty much, right, we've talked about this on the channel, that the Sean Lahman database, or Sean Lahman database, I'm going to pronounce it Lahman, Lahman, Sean Lahman database, really, really changed digital baseball gaming. It just changed it, because if you had Earl Weaver baseball back in the day, or micro league baseball, or whatever, you had to type in each player, da 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 da, and just imagine, even if you were doing, like a real old timey season with only 500 some players, that's still a lot of work. And so that changed everything. But then Baseball Reference, and Dombrov, so one of the things you can do with Dombrov Baseball is you can do a workflow from Baseball Reference. Not only does it bring in batting data and all of it, right? Pitching data, but also fielding data, but it gets down to even by position. And it takes about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I would say, on Dombrov Baseball to set up, but again, there's more than 100 seasons available for it and everything's free. So, but what I would like to see is maybe this would actually hook into Baseball Reference. Then you would have lineups right away. Modern Relic, how you doing? So StratMax interface is more intuitive. It is. It definitely is. I mean, StratMax is it's very nice. It's very polished. I will say that too. The other thing that I think a lot of, hey Dave, he says, I thought, no, my understanding is in the at least reading in the forums is they don't have as played. That's again, is that an official thing? I don't know. I've just been messing around with some one offs and stuff, so I haven't cross checked against Baseball Reference or Baseball Almanac. Um, but you know what? It's not. I mean, I guess if you were doing a large replay like this and you were auto playing, you again. I think some people roll every game and and the entire season. Some people just pick a team, what have you. And that's really that's up to personal taste what you want to do. Um, so Strat Max looks really nice. It looks nice. And David, I think the as played lineups is something they are going to have if they don't. So I wouldn't give up. And it's really fun. And for me, to be honest with you, it's not a huge deal. I mean, you guys know as much as I do playing these sort of projects and shaking things up. It's not a real big, yeah, for me. Um, but even though Strat Max is kind of nice, it is nice looking. Another thing with Strat, of course, as you guys know, you can see play results right on the cards, which is cool. Um, but and I think for me, it's been because I played a lot of APBA cards and dice. It was my second favorite kind of analog baseball game when I was at Penn State, as an undergraduate. Second to Status Pro. We did play some Strat, but what broke us is trying to play super advanced without, I think, fully understanding the game. I think they're both great. I mean, I think either would be great investments, but I think it's because not only playing, but also just my familiarity with baseball for Windows. I feel very very at home with this. Um, yes, Strat Max was a lot easier to kind of navigate. So Bernie is right about that. But I still think that John Herson, which he is APA, right? Pretty much. I think that I think he's done a really great job here. He really really has. Um, but now that being said, so one of the things that I was talking about, I'm going to go to one of the modules here in Baseball for Windows and show you. So let's just go ahead. You guys know I've been doing this greatly, whatever, um, heavily modified, created monstrosity of an all-time greats team, in which the cities that the teams that sort of move from one city to another, they have their own separate teams. But what's nice about this that I think is really cool is if I look at the Philadelphia Athletics, and if I wanted to trade, put Jimmy Fox, which of course he wouldn't get much playing time, but put Jimmy Fox on the Oakland A's with Mark McGwire. I mean, that's really it's easy to do. So you can see that down here, I can transfer Jimmy, whatever, and then import him. I can also do things like this with Baseball for Windows, which is really nice. But again, to be fair, to be fair, this is you know this is an actual dedicated game. But let's say we went to 1990, which I haven't filled out yet. But what's cool about this as far as flexibility is I could easily put Jimmy Fox on the 1990 Boston Red Sox team. Just real easy. Just it's so easy to move players around in APA PC baseball. I love it. I think it's you get a lot of windows, but once you get used to this workflow, it's really super simple. So, got to give props there for APA Baseball for Windows, and it is a deep game. It's the master game, by the way. So let's go back in. Let's look at the Red Sox, and we'll look at Bobby Dorr. There you go. So this is all based on the master game. And in fact, when we look at some players in APA Go, This is going to look very, very, very similar. Now, there used to be, so let's look, these won't be their exact APBA cards, but if you look around, so if we view Bobby Doerr's card, this actually isn't his card, right? I mean, my understanding from Dwayne Martz is you couldn't play APBA with this card, so I'm not sure what this is. I don't know why they would bother putting this in if you couldn't play APBA with this. So, if anybody knows, let me know. I mean, because there's 66 is what it should be at least, and whatever. But there is an old utility you can find on Digital Skybox that descrambles the cards. But instead of going to all that trouble, you do have the actual cards in APBA Go. So I wanted to also talk about Micromanager since that was brought up. So we have to close this and we need to open the League Manager here. So we're in the League Manager. This is kind of the heart of everything in APBA. So let's just, we've been picking on Boston. Let's just go ahead and just keep picking on Boston. Why not? So, and so you can see here, and I don't have them all installed, but you can see here, I have tons more, but there's a lot of micromanagers to choose from. And the game comes with like 5 or 6, I think, if memory serves. I don't know, Bernie. Dwayne Martz said you couldn't play with that APBA card. I don't know. I don't remember enough about APBA to a judgment, but Dwayne Martz said it wasn't an APBA card. But I'm just thinking, okay, if it's not an APBA card, what function is it serving then? So I don't know. I really, really, really don't know, Bernie. Asking the wrong guy here. I mean, I suppose if we took, let's say Bobby Doerr, and let's say, 19 whatever 49 from here, and 1949 from APBA Go, and compare the cards, I guess that'd be one way. Doesn't have the master game symbols. Maybe that's why. But I guess you could play it basic. I don't know. I'm really counting on Ken or if Dwayne shows up. Davis is a different topic for another day, but I can't remember how to advance a day. Oh, League. Now that's easy. So let's just click OK. We're not going to do anything here. So I'm on this day, just down here. If we just go day, that's where you're just going to advance days. And see, I'm going back. I'm going pages, and let's go back to the beginning. I don't even know what. Yeah, there we go. I'm not that far into this. So boom. But yeah, well, I'm going to do more of a tutorial. Yeah, you could play basic. So perhaps Dwayne was thinking about the master game. I don't know. So again, this game, the game itself, APBA PC baseball, is it's modular, which freaks a lot of people out. But Aaron Reed was able to navigate this thing within a day, and he is sightless. So I don't quite buy all that stuff. Why am I still showing 1990? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Um, Portability is good with this. Plus, for $25, you're really, really getting a good deal. And you can roll your own dice, all that kind of stuff. You save game stats or track stats through collections, things like that. So, I mean, it's a good game. It's really a good game. So, what can I say? So we get back up to play here. And then, again, it's your basic play ball. And then if I go to my replays, 1971, I'm ready to rock. If I want to do that, if I just want to play, and this is for anybody that has this already, this is going to be kind of old hat for you, but I'm hoping that some people will look into this. I wish I could do both. I mean, I thought about also getting back into StratMax just to add more variety to this channel, although I play a lot of baseball sims on here already. So, it's kind of like at a certain point, how many different baseball sims can you play? I think the two are comparably priced. However, APBA lets you pay by the month. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Strat, the last time I tried it, it was like kind of you had to pay like a lot up front, and I really didn't want to do that. If Strats change that and I can do it monthly, I will resubscribe to Strat Max and we can have some fun, have some APBA nights, have some Strat nights, and then of course back to the digital games too and all of that. So if anybody knows offhand, I mean, I would subscribe back to Strat Max tonight, but I don't think it's monthly. So Strat's $19.99 per month, so it is $6 cheaper than APBA. Strat's a bigger company, so Strat 19.99. But let's go and let's see, because I think you still, but I think if I'm right about this, it's 19.99 per month, but it's for 3 months, and then there's like all this upfront, like, oh, if you pay yearly then it's this. Well, I don't feel like shelling out three figures, but like Bernie said, I mean, this looks nice. It looks nice. I mean, if you look at the two head to head, at least they're splash screens. Strat definitely looks nicer. um right, so there's all these games and all these kinds of stuff. Here's my profile. Subscription. Do I have a subscription? Okay, yeah. So here's the problem, Bernie. It's monthly. It's $14.99 a month. That's not bad for 3 months, and then it's $19.99. I don't know. They have that crossed out, so it's only a 3 month subscription, or I can pony up $119.99. So I don't know. This is really confusing to me. So all plans renew at full price. So would this renew then for $20 a month? If that's so, I could do that. So Bernie, you pay monthly. Okay. Dave, how you doing? Dave Gardner, welcome into Dave Gardner. He said, I'd like to try the master game without spending. So Dave, all you have to do, if you don't mind spending $25 and you get all the seasons, just do. That's what I did. So that unlocks everything. Everything is unlocked in APBA, APBA Go, Dave, and that includes the master game. So it's there. It is. It's definitely there. So the $30 you have to unlock that, but you're still buying teams. And I just thought, hey, for $25 a month, and that unlocks everything, everything. So it instead of paying that $30 one time shot, but then you decide you don't want it, you're not going to get that back. But you can always cancel your subscription. Um, for $25, if it turns out that I'm not seeing a lot of development before December 20th, I can just cancel and I'm out $25. No big deal. All right. So John and Bernie said they both play monthly. I mean, if you guys, well, let me put it out here to you guys, because I do a lot of, there's like the 4 baseball sims or so that I really hone in on all the time, but I'm getting a sense that there's maybe a little bit of like the challenge, like it's like, okay, well, let's make book tonight. Is Beatles going to play Out of the Park, Action PC, Baseball for Windows, or Diamond Mind? Um, because I mean, I rarely play Pure Sim on here, even though it's a really good game. Old time baseball, I just throw out there occasionally, which is fun. Dombrov, but I mean, so I think if people would be interested, I would do it. But I'd like to see, with the comunidad, what you guys want. So monthly unlocks master. That it unlocks everything, David. So or Dave, so you don't have to buy seasons. So if we go here, is it in my add-ons? It's not that. So this is all like so there's okay, so if I there's no matching records and unlocks because I have everything, right? So where is it? Customize lineups. I don't have anything there yet. There's more than just Malcolm, by the way. But I wanted to show you guys where all this was, just to show you that it does unlock everything. Is it the store? So if I go to seasons, so there you can see subscribed. So 20 great teams of the 21st century, everything. And you can see this is taking forever to go down. And everything is subscribed. This is 25 bucks every season that APBA has available, plus some special sets and stuff. So back to 1904. There we go. And just get additional info. So we want to look at the 1905 Giants. We can look at the 1905 cards. We can look at everybody. So let's go ahead and look at the Giants. So there we go. And you get all these nice, wonderful stats. All the way down. So why don't, because I'm really tired, Bernie, and I haven't played Master in a while. But I could ask you a question, Bernie. If I'm playing Master, how do the charts come up? Because Basic, you don't need to look at any charts, which is nice. But for the Master game, I would probably have to get you on mic, and maybe we could do that Sunday if you'd want to, or whenever. It's just, if I don't have access to the physical APBA game anymore. I left it in Europe like an idiot, along with Strat, by the way. And I have bought a lot for both of those games, and they're both sitting in Europe. So yeah. So because somebody asked the other night, oh, what about the charts? What about the charts? All right, well, let's get a vote here. Would you guys like me to resubscribe to Strat? So that way, every once in a while, you'll see some Strat on the channel. Because I'm never buying the Strat PC game. Stratomatic Baseball is excellent, but the Stratomatic PC baseball game sucks hard. There's no way. The only way I'll play Strat would either be straight up cards and dice or playing Strat Max. But you haven't tried it yet. Just found out yesterday. So the Master game's only available, I think, in 2 modes right now. So you can't use the Master game like against the AI, but you can in Baseball for Windows. In fact, there's no Basic in Baseball for Windows. It's the Master game. So, guys, don't be afraid. Like I said, I'm offering this out. If you guys would like to see some Strat Max occasionally, um, see some Strat, switch it up. Maybe some nights we do a double header. We do a Stratomatic game, then we do an APBA game, whatever. I'm also looking for more fodder for the Super Bowl thing, which again is coming up in February, keeping up with our annual tradition of all things baseball on that abominable day. So we'll see. Aaron, I hope you're doing well. Dave, I see you've been putting up some interesting baseball content. I mean, all your stuff's good, man, but I hone in on when you're doing baseball because for obvious reasons I don't follow any other sports, but really, really, the entire community appreciates what you do. So, thanks, man. It's always such a nice, always very chuffed when you stop in here, man. Okay, so I got one vote for Strat Max. No, it's not the money, dudes. It's $20. Ain't gonna kill me. So I got one vote for Strat Max. So one vote ain't gonna cut it. There's 13 people. So, oh, of course, Dave. You kidding me? Man, you've been one of the stalwarts, and some of your best videos have been not about any sports specific things, but about community and why we play games and things like that. I love those videos that you do, and just the approach that you take with the folks that come in there. And I mean, I've come in there on nights sometimes in your chats, Dave, where the room is like exploding, and you still have time to say hello. Hey, how you doing, Beatles? And that means a lot. That's how I like to try to do things here too. So thank you. All right, look. So Modern Relic has no opinion. He said he's not really here for a specific game. You're here for the baseball talk and the baseball, whatever shenanigans we get up to. So really, okay, look, we got 13 people. Yes, if you want me to also subscribe to StratMax. No, if you don't. It's that simple. 3 letters or 2 letters. Because I'm not. I mean, I'll do it, but I'm only going to do it. I think. I mean, APBA I'm going to keep regardless. I really like APBA. I'm definitely keeping it. I was always more of an APBA player, but I do like Strat. I I don't have a horse in the race because I didn't start with cards and dice baseball. I started digital. So come on, David. He says, do both, big spender. All right. So that's 2 yeses for Strat Max, and one person who says doesn't have an opinion. All right. So I'm gonna keep talking here for a little while. But we'll get back to this. I'll leave Strat Max up there. But I like it. I haven't tried the master game. Dollar bills, y'all. Yeah. Modern Relic says truth. So yeah. The other cool thing about this, so Ken and I played head to head. Okay, so Aaron Reed is voting no. He says I shouldn't get Strat Max. Okay, so that's 2 for, one against, and one I don't give a damn. You guys are tough, man. You guys are tough. There's no guilt, man. Just if you guys say give it a go, I'll give it a go. I really will. Look, there isn't enough baseball anyhow, and to be honest with you, and not to knock, I've said before, um, I won't. There are certain games like PC Replay that I like watching other people play. The game doesn't click with me at all. I've tried it twice, doesn't click with me. No knock on it. What's that one? Fifth Street Baseball or something? Doesn't click. Some games just they don't. Doesn't matter if it's baseball. They just don't click. But it happens that these two do. Okay, so Bernie's saying yes to Strat. Okay. You got to Ric Flair this stuff, says David Lando. Where's Silva? Where the hell's Silver, by the way? I would guess so, Bernie. I'm just not sure like how the charts things work because I mean I don't want to have to buy the APA game just to get like the master rules, but so yeah. Silva's busy. Oh, okay. Doing the bash. Good, 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 good. All right. All right. I'm not going to hold this up. I'm going to go ahead and do the monthly bit. Check out. And let's see. Oh, man, they don't take PayPal. You guys suck. No, let's add a new payment method. Come on. Why don't you guys. Seriously, Stratomatic doesn't have PayPal. Are you serious? Well, that bites. How can you guys not have PayPal? How can you not have a PayPal account? You're a 64-year-old company, for God's sake. All right. So I guess I have to use my old debit card, huh? I think. Wait, let's try bank. Um, search for my bank. Let me see if I can find my bank. Oh, there's my bank, man. All right, let me see. Log in to agree and continue. Sorry, I can't see the comments right now. So, and I trust you guys, but I don't know who's going to be watching the damn thing afterwards. So, okay. So, wire transfer stuff. Okay, and pardon my quietness for a minute here. Oops. Let's go to this. I don't really want to use a credit card if I don't have to. I just knocked out 3 credit cards, so the last thing I want to do is start hitting credit cards again. So I think you guys can feel me on that, yeah? Okay. think this is it. Guys just saw that fly over there. Okay. I really do need to change that. Okay. It's validating my identity. That's good. No existential crises so far. And let's do checking. Connect account. Success. All right, let's go back to Stratomatic Limited Liability Corporation and start trial. So if payment fails, no, I don't want to use no. Okay, start trial. It shouldn't fail. All right, we're in. We're in. Okay. All right. So maybe we can do something a little bit more meaningful here. Bah. All right, let me close this and come back in. All right, so there we go. We've sent money. Hey, thank you. Thank you, John. Hey, user, can I just call you user? User NT. How you doing, man? All right, let's bring up Baseball Max now. Hopefully I can just type Baseball Max because I don't remember. There we go, Baseball Max Stratomatic. Now we can look at the two side by side. Boom. Yeah. There we go. Dude batting. Okay, looks like this is I. So you can do draft leagues in this, which is really, really cool. For a particular season, I'd like it to be a little bit more than that. I do like that you can replay any All-Star game just out of the rip. It's so new age, man. It's like, hey, dude, have a new experience. Exhibition games, there we go, pretty cool. So now we're gonna have some APBA and some Strat on the channel. I know it ain't quite the same as rolling dice, but at least it gets me closer, gents. Oh, it's AP, man. AP, where have you been? I'm calling you user. I'm looking. AP. AP has been gone for like forever and a day, man. Welcome back to the family. To the family. So I don't want to get into a thing where we're kind of comparing these two. I think they both have their nice strengths and weaknesses. I remember Robert was. Thank you, David's proud of me. Thank you, David. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy. Yeah, it had to knock them out, man. It was getting ridiculous. So knocked out the credit cards and still got some money. Still pretty good shape money wise. Touch wood. So yeah, maybe I'll probably knock out something else too. But for right now, these were three pains in the arses, and that's why I would rather just it hit my checking account and boom. So I'm gonna say I like both games. I like both games. There we go. What a cop out. What a damn cop out, right? Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I'll have to get myself. Are you sure I want to leave? Yeah, sure. There we go. So I remember Robert going off saying that this really didn't play super advanced. Well, I don't really care. I'm probably never going to play super advanced. That broke my head before. Back in the day. All right, let's play a game. You guys are a little out of 1970s baseball guys here. So let's pick a game from 1971, Major League, and be the Pittsburgh Pirates, Steve Blass. Okay, and let's play against the. Who would be fun? Who would be fun? Strat plays super. I know Robert said it doesn't, but I thought it did. So let's play against the Mets. Let's play against the Mets. So about the 85 Metropolitans, or 86 Metropolitans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We should actually run the same game in both of these, in APBA and Strat. So let's pick the New York Mets. Boom. And Ron Darling versus Steve Blass. Okay. So one thing both of these games have in common, um, and where APBA PC baseball kicks both their arses, is ballparks. So the only ballpark you see in here as a backdrop, for APBA is Great American Ballpark, and for this one, it's just a whatever ballpark. I think it's Koufax. Well, no, it's not, obviously, but I'm waiting. We love Robert, so we're gonna have that debate sometime. All right, so for the Pirates, we've got Dave Cash, Gene Alley, Willie Stargell, Bob Robertson, Roberto Clemente, Richie Hebner, Manny Sanguillen, Al Oliver, and Vic Davalio. All right, let's go. And for the New York Mets in 1986, Lenny Dykstra, Wally Backman, Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez, George Foster, Howard Johnson, Rafael Santana, and Ray Knight. I hope I don't have the damn DH turned on this thing. Actually, it looks like I might, huh? Oh my God, no DH. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, where do I set this up at? I don't want any damn DH. We don't need no stinking DH. How do I shut it off? I don't want a designated hitter. Oh, there we go. Right there, right in front of my face. Whew, that's better. Okay, Pittsburgh. So that's nice. I don't have to redo everything. All right. So AP says he thinks Strat Max has actual historical lineups. Okay, cool. All right. I think we're ready to play ball. There we go. DH erased. And let's play for a little bit. Don't know if we're going to do the whole game. It's late. So with this, you kind of get, this sort of reminds me of Hardball 3 a little bit. There's no animation in this game, but to be fair, we'll do the same game here. Let's play against. This will be fun. We're going to play 2 games at once. We're going to play the same teams. So we're going to challenge a micromanager in this just because I can't be arsed. Okay, so I'm going to play home. And so I can search here. Whoops. My buckos. Pittsburgh Pirates. They don't get enough love on my channel, so. And I am a Pirate fan, so what the hell. All right. And then, so the micromanager comes with this game, guys. There's 4 of them right now. So I'm just going to do a regular season AI Pedro. So hopefully they're going to add more. I don't know. I haven't experimented with this in dead ball baseball or like 20s baseball or anything like that. So we'll go with this. And then the micromanagers team is going to be the New York Mets of 1986. All right. All right. As I should have just kept typing, but that's okay. That's all right. 1986. 86. All right. So no DH, no DH. And I'm going to leave this on. I know Bernie would like me to play the master game, but for right now, I can't in this part anyhow. But we're just going to do this and play ball. So creating our game. So here we go. Strat and APBA all together. All right. So Steve Blass and select lineup. I'm just going to do a default lineup. Done. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Okay. I think I did it. There we go. All right. Next. And there we go. So we're ready to go in APBA. There's what the main APBA screen looks like. So now you guys see why I was thinking about that comparison. This looks very, very, very similar. And again, we're just in the basic game. This looks very, very similar to Baseball for Windows. I realize since this is it's an HTML, it's a web page interface. I wish there's got to be a way though that eventually you can switch ballparks, because it would just feel weird playing in Ebbets Field when it's clearly Great American Ballpark. There's Dwayne Martz. How you doing, Dwayne? So I put it to the community, and I've subscribed to both StratMax and APBA. So there we go. Why not add more to the baseball? We are well. Ken says soon he wants to have a rematch, and I'll play you anytime you want to, man. You want to bring your wuss Braves to meet my mighty Buccaneers, buddy? We can do that. You still got a couple weeks till you got to go back to work. So, but how you doing, man? That was so much fun. So you can play if you know the user's name or whatever. You can issue a challenge, or you could put what was create an open challenge in APBA. If you want, you can also create tournaments in both games, which is nice. So there's really a lot of freedom. The aesthetics are so very different, but I like the look of both games. I really really don't. You don't have APBA, but you are doing well. Okay, well then I guess yeah. But anybody has APBA, if you want to just play a friendly game of baseball anytime, on here, or let me know. It works seamlessly for Ken and I. So yeah, let's go. All right, so Lenny Dykstra, but we'll start with APBA. All right, so Dykstra leading off here too. All right, here we go. I'm going to do the chat thing because I like to play results down here as opposed to over here. And here we go. So this ought to be fun. And Lenny Dykstra strikes out to Al Oliver. And here we go. All right. And just give me a minute because it's been a couple months since I played this. Because I know I just click and then it's supposed to just happen. I'm not going to position my defense. Defense set. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just want to play. Right. Okay. So Lenny Dykstra grounded out. All right. So there we go. So he flew out to Al Oliver and grounded out to Gene Alley. So there we go. The bat sets are in here in APBA. Yes, they are. Both pre and post expansion. They have a bunch of other things. The greatest teams. There's like 5 sets of that, and as well as every baseball season. So something a little bit more than this one has. Okay. So here we go. Boom. And am I doing this right? I don't know why I have to keep hitting defense set, but I guess I do. Okay, so it's fine. And let me see. Wally Backman singles. There's an error by Al Oliver. Wally Backman makes it to second. All right. So different lineup over here. So Keith Hernandez up here in APBA. And here's the pitch. And Hernandez grounds out. Ali plays it on the hop, fires over to Bob Robertson. So 2 down here in APBA land, while in Stratland, we got a runner in scoring position. Isn't this crazy fun? I like it. All right, here we go. Darryl Strawberry grounded out. All right, so 2 out here. And runner not held. I have no idea. Oh my God. Okay, anyhow, let's just do this. Let's just do this. And boop. Okay, Carter flies out to Willie Stargell. And then over here, we got Darryl Strawberry. And Strawberry strikes out, and we're at the bottom of the first in APBA land. So back over here in Stratomatic. Okay. And Pittsburgh Pirates are up. Bottom of the first. Swing away. And Dave Cash grounds out. 5-3, 1 away. So yeah, so there you go. Now we'll. I'm not going to actually keep playing both games. It's going to drive me nuts. But it is kind of fun to see. I don't know. I know that there's a way that you can see the charts in here and everything like that. Um, I forget where it is. I have to play with this some more. But you can actually see the strat charts as it's playing. So anybody remembers how, that would be super cool. So there you can see who's in the field, but you can also in APBA too. So chat feature, which APBA has kind of like built in. I don't know where Strat Max went. Did you go away? I'll be damned. Did it crash on me, man? Yeah, it did. Well, that kind of sucks. I hit chat and it disappeared. Ah! Go next to the lightning bolt. Well, I have to start it over again. So I have to start over again. So Strat Max, you got to fix that, guys. What the hell? What the hell, right? Because there's it's. I went to chat and it just died. Oh well. So I don't know. I think I think both companies are good product. They're understanding that well again I obviously for the cards and dice guys it is that visceral action of rolling the dice as opposed to, as Bernie would say, just clicking a mouse. Um, maybe this doesn't appeal to you, but you do have a way to play both of your favorite your favorite game, whether you're APA or Strat. You have a way to play this on the go. Take an iPad, take a you know take an Android tablet, anything that can access the internet, and just play. You know, you could play baseball on the go. Because the only other thing I know that you can do that, like APA Go, you can do that. So, all right. So something about the lightning bolt, but I'm going to start all over. That should not have crashed. So maybe that's just something that I did wrong. Baseball Max Strat-O-Matic. Nice thing about not having a horse in the race is there you go. So let's see what we can do. So we can play an exhibition game. Just curious what this thing does. Historical league. So there's your replay. Draft league. Tournament. Create a Georgia tournament using any team in baseball history. You can play exhibition games right now for the 2025 season. Nobody has them yet. Any all-star game. Game of the day. I have no idea what that is. So let's find out. So the game of the day is the 1965 Orioles against the 1968 Phillies. So I guess we could just play this game of the day. That's kind of interesting that it kind of picks that. It has leaderboards, has a bunch of how-to videos, so that's kind of cool. So that's something that APBA only has 2 videos right now, so they need to catch up to Strat on that. But I don't know. I think we could just have lots of fun with both of these guys. Yeah, let's just go back to Baseball Max. Yeah, boink. Game of the day is an in-season game where you can play today's games. Okay, gotcha. Well, but this is like 1965 versus 1968. So I guess in the off season, maybe it just um, picks 2 teams at random, and you can just play them. So APGO has the blue box. It does. I think the main interface in this game is nicer looking, but this is easier to get around. And there, of course, you have the player's card right there. I do know there's a way to like to show the cards as you're playing the strat cards. I just can't remember right now. So, oh, there we go. There were 2 leagues I created. How about that? All right, so there's the 1991 Pirates. So it's going to be Pittsburgh versus Montreal. And let's manual play it for a little bit. And we'll keep going back to this one, though. All right, here we go. Hopefully, I remembered to turn off the DH. Yes, I did. Okay. All right, now I need to remember how to do this. Because I know for strat guys, having the charts up there is really, really important. So, anybody remember how? I know that's what I'm trying to figure out, Bernie. So Dwayne says he actually liked the layout of APBA than Stratomatic, like being able to see the fielders. So yeah, I mean, there you go. So you do have that going. I need to have eye surgery right now, so I really can't see that too well. But I forget how to show the cards. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. But you can see them in game too. But so there's the strat cards. For there's Doug Drabeck's strat card. Again, don't have to look for it on APBA. It's just there, which is nice. There's little icons near the lightning bolt. All right, looking for the lightning bolt. Looking for the lightning bolt, baby. Where's the lightning bolt? So there's box score, plays, matchup, field chat, and there's more. Sound off. Well, there is no sound in this game except for clicks. So let's turn it on. Shit, I can't remember how to do this. I will in a couple days, though. Because I don't even see a lightning bolt there, brother. I really, really don't. Oh my God, Delino to Shields. Homer's off of Doug Drabeck. APBA does not have sound. No. No sound at all. Here it is. So Dave Cash, count 0-1, and grounds out 5-3, Knight to Hernandez. So one down. Yeah, no worry, David. No worries. Okay, here's Bob Robertson. And Robertson whiffs. It's two-way. John. Willie Stargell singles to left center. I think he's going to tell me to switch back to strat now. Okay, so Stargell's aboard. So for base stealing stuff, just in basic in this, you can change this. So right now, I'm not going to, but slow runner, it will tell you, which is kind of nice. But if I click this, now there's a chance Stargell will steal. This is your hit and run up here. This is bunt, and this is swing away. And then the master game, again, is going to look more like or you've never, I guess you guys have never seen me manage a game in APBA PC baseball. So there's a lot more managerial choices than just these four. So back to strat. So the colors for now, the other thing in APBA PC baseball is I can change the colors on the teams. So, which is nice. So these Pirates would be black and gold, and maybe the Mets would be okay, I guess. Although that's more of a Dodger blue, isn't it? But that's no big deal to me. I don't really care. Next to top, one out. I know this thing is going to be like, wait, okay, this? Oh, that little thing. You're talking about that? Okay. Dice roll off. Oh, okay. So there we go. Thank you. So there it is, guys. Covers up the player, but I guess who cares, right? Okay. So we just hit dice. All right, nice. And there you go. So you see the play result, which happened really, really damn fast. So Martinez flies out to Bobby Bonilla. But so there you go. So there's Ivan Calderon on this side and Doug Drabeck on this side. Thank you. Thank you, John. What would I do without you, man? And then you just click that to make that go away. And then just play it there. And it's just going to come back until I turn it off. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, if you change the colors of the teams on the field, do the batter and pitcher change? I don't know that I can actually change the colors. You can on baseball for Windows. So I can go in there and actually just change, and it will change for everybody, and they will keep their colors. But I don't think there's a way in either of these games to change the team colors in either APBA or Strat. So, but I don't really, that doesn't bother me. I just hope that I don't. I guess they're not going to go for a real ballpark. It would be kind of cool if they did, but you know, it's okay. But since this looks, maybe this kind of looks a little bit like Petco Park, a little bit with this kind of thing going on here. I'm not really sure what park this is, but this is very clearly Great American. So I'll click the lightning bolt to have the dice roll more slowly. Okay, well, let's try. Let's click the lightning bolt again. So, and you're saying if I click this again, yeah, okay. I could generate a QR code for the page if you want. Okay, so that went. Okay, so Tim Wallach draws a walk. So because I'm not a strat cards and dice player, I probably wouldn't have this up a lot. But I mean, if I'm playing offline, but maybe for you guys I would. But I'm not sure how to slow that down. So I can click the lightning bolt, but if I do that, oh, fast mode is off. Okay, right? Did I have it on before? Okay, let's try it. Oh, there we go. Okay, nice. And then we got a ballpark chart, and that's an out. That is an out. So Larry Walker flies out to Bobby Bonilla in right field. So Pittsburgh lead or down here in the bottom of the first. So okay, cool. Thank you for that. So Jeff Ray thought you were playing APBA. No, I'm playing both, Jeff. Playing both. See. All right. So Willie Stargell's on first here in APBA, and here's Roberto Clemente, and here's the pitch. And Clemente singles. Willie Stargell makes it to third. Runners at the corners, two down here in the bottom of the first for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brings up Richie Hebner. All right. So here is the pitch. And Hebner sends this one out to Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry will pull it in, and that retires the side for the Bucks. They strand two. We go to the top of the second inning. No score between the 1971 Pirates and the 1986 Mets. Back to this, and this is just some 1991 action. So I do like this. I think it needs to be in a bigger screen for you guys, though. I could do that. There we go. Because this is more be what you guys would be interested in, I guess, anyhow. All right, so here we go. Roll the dicey, dicey, dices. And how about it? Gary Aridas draws the walk. All right, so Aridas on first, and then here's your, right? So steal, hit and run, or sack, for a hit. So Jay Bell, though, I'm not going to try to do anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and swing away. Dicey, dicey rolls. And pass ball. Gary Aridas moves to second. Do it again. Boink. And fly out. Runner may be able to advance. Okay. Flat runner on second might be able to advance. Safe chance. Let's go to third. Let's go to third. And it truly is a All right, there we go. Hey, looking like a genius here. Jimmy Leyland wishes he were me. And Jay Bell flies out to Larry Walker. All right. Runner not held. I would hope not. Okay. So one away, and here is Andy Van Slyke. So Dennis Martinez pitching here. And forgot to say who the pitcher was. I'm sorry. So so Andy Van Slyke drawing a walk here. Let's return to. I know this is getting all confusing, isn't it? All right, here's the kid, Gary Carter. It's going to be Carter, Knight, and Wilson. Blast deals, and Gary Carter gets the walk. Who smokes more? Yeah. That's a good question. That is a good question, David. I'm thinking about doing the vaping thing. So it is double baseball. We should open up like a third baseball game, huh? And go really crazy here. One without sound, so it'd have to be like Diamond Mind or Pocket Pennant Run. Okay, anyhow, let's go ahead and pitch to Ray Knight here. So there is a way that will show the dice result down here too. I keep accidentally doing it and I can't remember how to do it. But anyhow, Ray Knight reaches first on an error by Dave Cash. So 2 on for the Mets here. Brings up Mookie Wilson. Mookie's looking spooky. And he gets a base hit there. Base hit over Dave Cash's head, and a run will score. And the Mets out to an early 1-0 lead. The controlled chaos is fantastic, says David. Oh, God. I don't know. My brain hurts right now because I forget who's up now. Oh, yeah. So it's Bobby Bonilla, whom the Mets are still paying. 2 on, 1 out for the Bucks here, behind 1-0, but just bottom of the first. And here's the pitch. And, oh, my goodness, we got either a single or a double. Either way, good news for the Buccos. And they'll take a single. They will take a single. All right. Van Slyke moves to third, and here is that Barry Bonds fella. Okay, 2 down. Bucks looking to get 1 back here. And here is the pitch to baseball's all-time home run king. We either got a single or a line out, and I think it's going to be a line out. No, it's a single. Barry Bonds gets the single, and the Buccos get 1 back. So man on first can try for third. Offense must decide. Let's just hold everybody right there. All right. So there you go. There are the 2 games side by side, and I think they're both fun to play. They're both fun to play. So I guess kind of take your pick, whatever you like. If you don't want to subscribe to both, I think I'm going to keep them both for a little while. This one I'm going to stay with. Strat, we'll see. I mean, I do like the look. They both look good in their own way. This is sort of like very modern baseball looking, sort of, you know, yeah. And then this is like the old timey sort of, this has a very 1950s aesthetic to it, and this is definitely, sort of more uh, ESPN Baseball Tonight look, which is I think they're going after, which is smart. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? He said, show the cards in Baseball Max and watch how it covers up the left-hand batter and you only see his feet. Yeah, I know, right? That is kind of it's kind of meh, but what are you going to do? I mean, you could always sort of do this, although what the point of that would be, I don't know. So there you go. If you want to play it on your phone, guys, there you are. But yeah, there we go. We don't even have to see the batter at all if we don't want to, which actually it really doesn't matter in this game. I don't think you really do have to see anybody, although you got to remember who's on. But we can just do that, and there we can see it's Bonilla at second, Bonds at first, so that's okay, right? That's all right. Okay, so there we go. Hey, Math Fun and Games. He says, I choose National Pastime Next Generation Plus. It's free. Indeed, it is free. It is free. If it doesn't have all the seasons, it has almost all of them. So that's good stuff. So we should here. Why not? We're not gonna we're not gonna start a game in that. I'm gonna be signing off soon, actually, but just if anybody, I'm sure you guys already know about this. So here's National Pastime Next Generation Plus that Math Fun and Games is talking about. So this is the updated version of the National Pastime Next Generation system. Two games are alike, however, and PNG Plus makes it much easier to play because there's a lot less math for you to do. So there you go. But the benefits, blah 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 blah. So there's all the stuffies there for it. So I don't know what all the miscellaneous and stuff like that, but it does have there. You can see it's got there's baseball heaven for you right there, guys. So of course, dead ball gets a little bit screwed, but that's all right. You know, I'm getting there. So there's lots of things to choose from. That's for sure. So this is going down soon. Does this mean the game's going away, Bernie, or what? Because I mean, they just updated this on the 15th of November. So if it's going away, wow, that sucks. God, I don't know. Do I really feel like I want to download all this stuff? I don't know, man. Just maybe prefer to buy for the PC game and keep what I buy. Oh yeah. So the website's going away, so I guess that'll be it for National Pastime Next Generation Plus. So if you guys are interested in that, buy it. So Johnny, I mean, I have Out of the Park Baseball, I have Action PC and everything for it. Diamond Mine Baseball, Dombrov, um, tons and tons of baseball games. Full Count Baseball, waiting for a new update for that. But you know, I don't know. I just kind of like to mix it up. I kind of like to mix it up. I mean, our good friend. So you downloaded everything last month. Nice, Bernie. I don't know. For me, I love. This is the only sport I follow. So I to me, there's not overkill in baseball because I really like the way these things play differently, I guess. So, Math Fun and Games says that National Pastime Next Generation Plus is not going away. Okay, they're just modifying the site. Okay, good. Because I know a lot of people play it. A lot of people play it. Let's see what this feels like with the card. All right, let's just play it with the card here, yeah? Let's see what goes on here. All right, so Jeff King. Okay, we're going to either have a single or a line out here for the Bucko third baseman. And Jeff King lines out. So line out to Spike Owen. All right, here's Mike LaValliere. So, and somehow the Pirates have a second run. I have no idea how. That's why I'm not paying attention. So AP says, I did download the latest version of Full Count. So when was that? Because I've been waiting for that. Let's just check their site. Why not? See, you guys, I work all day, but I'm thinking I gotta hang out with the family a little bit. So Full Count Baseball. Oh my God. Well, I'll be damned. There it is. So, what's new? I restore original handled herring. Fixed path determination. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So I guess how does it play for you, AP? I have to remember to download this because I've been really, really waiting for this to. I guess they're working toward making it an actual native Windows thing, but there's a lot of stuff that you were missing in Full Count Baseball from the last one. Although, he is doing such a great job with this. So nice. Because for customizing managers, for saving lineups, things like that, it wasn't doing the paths properly. But this is a very, very important for baseball simming history. And for you guys to follow the lesser sports, there's other sports there too. So all bugs fixed. New rules available and updated to realistic, but whoa, updated for realistic ballpark images. Whew. All right. Well, I know what I'll be doing this weekend. Going to be downloading that. So yeah, for me, I can't have too much baseball. I can't. I love it. It's my game. Well, you other guys, you're into football and stuff like that, and basketball and hockey. This is my game, man. I love baseball. So, um, all right. Who do we got here? Who do we got here? So Michael Vallier, as Lanny Fratteri famously said, he is slower than he looks. All right, and here's the pitch to Lavalier. It's to Spanky. And Mr. Lavalier did something or other. I have no idea what. I have no idea what happened there. So this is a little bit easier to follow. I've got to be able to keep my eye on the screen here to see. So, uh, yeah. So Lavalier looks like he doubled. Nice. Okay. All right, here we go. And let's roll the bones, baby. All right, Jose leaned up. And this is going to be a ground out. And that will end the Pirates first. But the Pirates answered back with 3 of their own. So 3-1 Pittsburgh over Montreal in 1991. So you have an issue when you manage the visiting team against the computer-controlled home team. If I manage the home team, you have no issues. Okay, so it's the visiting team. Okay. I've just been, when I was playing, just playing with one-offs. But how do the ballparks look? Do they, so can you put in the Action PC baseball ballparks into full count baseball? That's huge because I didn't know he was even going to do that. But the pathing is fixed. That opens up everything for that game. So what I'm going to do real quick is show you guys the previous version. Okay. Yeah. Right. Modern relics. What are these other sports you speak of? Baseball's the only one he's aware of. Exactly. So let's go to Alt Enter. So again, this is the previous version to this. So this is full count baseball, and it's this was out around the same time as, oh wow, I'm way back. I'm at version 6.91, so I'm 2 versions older. But Jason Leonard, Shannon Lynn, and Lance Hafner. So you can see here, there's so much you could do. And, so play a single game, you have team management, organization, replay stats, leaders, standings, records, schedule, autoplay, box scores, ground fly, run, bunt, calc, manage umpires, programmable managers, configure drives, exit to DOS. But so everything, you don't use your mouse in this game at all. But I'll show you what it looked like too. So let's have I'm just going to play human opponent because this thing makes boneheaded decisions as of this version. Okay, so you do a visiting team here, a disc ID. So let's put in, 91, since we're playing around with 1991. And let's do these Braves. Any change? No. Okay, and then let's pick our home team. And again, we'll just do 91. You can pick any season you want. So there's 91. And then you go just go and enter for Pittsburgh. No. Okay. So then I'm going to hit 4 for a National League game. Just make an exhibition. Put it whatever month you want it in. Time of day and play-by-play. You can choose whether you use left or right splits. Days rest. You guys can read all this. You guys are smart. Okay, let's just start the game so you guys can see what it used to look like, at least. So with the pathing fixed, you could use a preset rotation, but you can't. So I'm just going to manually pick the starter and continue, and it's going to be Tom Glavine. We're not going to change. And against John Smiley. Why not? Okay. So the the lineup thing, because the pathing wasn't right yet. Current park is use a different stadium. Nope. There we go. So this is so the original version didn't even have these parks of a full count baseball. It didn't even have the parks yet. So you just had, and you can choose to play without the parks if you want to play it in its pure old way of doing it. But there it is. It has kind of rudimentary play by play, but for the day, pretty good. I think micro league baseball's play by play was better than this, but this is so much more robust. September 3rd, Bill announced that the site was shutting down with GoDaddy at the end of the year. What happens afterwards is still to be determined. Yikes. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to get downloading just in case. So there you go. This is full count baseball. But I'm 2 versions behind. So there we go. Let's pitch. And hit away. Sid Bream. Bream raises himself. John Smiley looks and delivers. And this is a grounder slap to third. Merced ranges behind the bag. A late throw to first. But they get Bream for out number 1. And, of course, Sid Bream is still standing out there. So why it's not advancing, I don't know. So Bream is out twice at first. So this version, there are quite a few bugs in it. But I still, now I have to check out the new one, not tonight. But then to get out of it, just Alt-Enter a bunch of times and then just close it. So there you go. So there's a lot of baseball tonight that didn't make any sense. So, yeah, Merced is everywhere. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere. We'll go back to APBA here because we're leaving the Mets with runners at the corners and nobody else. Okay. Let me see. I'm not going to worry about infield in. Not at this point. All right, here is the pitch. And Ray Knight. What do we got here? What do we got? Mookie Wilson still second. All right. So now runners in scoring position. And the Mets threatening here. Damn Mets. Okay, this one gets by Manny Sanguillen, and Ray Knight's going to score in the play, and they're going to charge a passed ball on Manny Sanguillen. So 2-0 Mets. Yikes. So there was a banner on the National Pastime Next Generation site with the announcement that no longer appears in the site. No explanation why. Okay. Well, anyhow, guys, so 2 new games that we can play with, along with the gazillions of others. Sunday night, Bernie, hope you're free. As we're going to talk about, we're going to have, oh my God, JT Dutch is going to be on Sunday night to do some baseball talk. But Sunday night, Ned McGreevy announcement. So Bernie, I'll let you know in the messenger about what time, your time, work around your time. As we gear up for Ned McGreevy, finally, it's been a year since we've been talking about doing it. So, and that's it. So, little poll. I mean, like I say, I'm going to hold on to both of these games and stuff. Pitch view off. Pitch view. I don't even know what any of this means yet, man. Selection. Okay, cancel. I'm going to leave dice mode on. Is there anybody goofy like myself that have done both, or which one do you like better? Can't wait. Available anytime. All right. So, the Ned McGreevy League is going to have its announcement. We'll figure out the night for the draft night. You need to do pre-1961 bats between the Bucks and the Pirates. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be really, really fun. We will do that. Any game ideas you guys have, and again, that one with that I wanted to do with Pocket Pennant Run, also, is to just pick up. Of course, I'm launching it for no damn good reason at all. So there you go. See, Johnny, too much baseball, too much, or not enough. Baseball Max compared to the PC game is very boring and seems very limited. Baseball Max graphically could be better organized. Come on, you see the right-handed batter, only the left-handed feet. So my thing with the PC game with Strat is I think it's got the worst interface ever. And again, everything is subjective. It's awful. Um, Strat Max I think would look great on a big screen, and if you're using the cards, if you're not, um, yeah, I mean, neither's perfect. I mean, here you don't even see players at all. It's a much more abstracted view. I think between the two, and even if I turn off dice mode, so I think this is cleaner. I think APBA is definitely cleaner. Strat is colorful and sexy CSS going on here, but it's a little bit more right. I can see clearly what's going on here, and if I have this popped over here, I can look at this whole. It's a little bit more descriptive. So it's just done with that. So all right, yeah, Bernie, talk to you Sunday. So replay. I love watching people replay baseball math fun and games. I really, really do. It's a game that didn't click with me, but it's fun to watch. Inside pitch, all the games have their strength. Yeah, they really they do. I mean, David, good night and welcome to at least APBA Go. So good for you. Or when you get in it, let me know because I'd like to play a game against you. Yeah, that would be cool. And I think I'm going to cut out too. So thank you. We topped out at like 21 tonight and really didn't play anything. But we at least got to show off a couple things, what's going on. Physical app cards feel good. There's something very tactile about APBA games. It says Math Fun Games. I don't think you'd get any argument in the community about that. It's been ages since I've played. Let's just go ahead and knock out of this for now. It's been ages since I played. Oh, that's right. It's going to autoplay. I forgot. We'll let it autoplay here for a minute, I think. Oh, no, it's not going to autoplay. Quick play. There we go. Just the end of the game. Play. There we go. There we go. I have no idea what we're doing. Anyhow, that's okay. I remember. Hey, Pittsburgh wins 9-3. All right, baby. There we go. There's the box score. So the box score in APBA looks more newspapery, even though these are both newspaper style scoreboards. I think Baseball Max is kind of. I can't say this. Just I think this looks more like an out of the park type thing if we were to compare digital games, and I think this looks a little bit like if we go to the box score here, and this one, I think this one reminds me more of Digital Diamond Baseball. So roster changes are easy and APBA Go, which is really, really nice. And again, just to be fair, I haven't played this in such a long time. That there we go. Now, here is the thing about this. I will say, unless they've changed it. So no, they haven't, which is a drag. So let's say I wanted to play San Francisco, San Diego. I can't, which is kind of a bummer. Whereas in APBA Go, if I'm playing, I can play any. I'm like, oh, this looks like an interesting game. I can play it. So they haven't added this in yet. They haven't added that in yet that I know of. If I'm wrong, let me know if I've missed something. But I don't think so. I don't think so. So, and I can't change managers in Strat, or change clubs. Whereas in this game, I can play any. If I'm doing a season replay, I can play any game I want, because it's not just like, oh, I just want to just play pirate games. So we'll see. I'll keep playing with both of them though, and we'll do a full game of each one some night on the channel here, maybe Sunday night after. We'll have JT Dutch on here, and maybe he'll say, yeah, fire up Strat or fire up APBA. So we'll do one of the two. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for coming in. This was a nice little turnout tonight. So to Math Fun and Games, subscribe to that channel, please. David Lando, thank you for coming in. Bernie Strom, please subscribe to Bernie Strom's channel, Bernie Strom Sports Replays. Johnny Smokes, thank you very much for coming in. Dwayne Martz, YouTube Network, great red, white, and blue racing, and of course lots of baseball. A good friend AP, we haven't seen in way too long. Thanks for coming in, bud. Really appreciate all you guys, man. Your family, right? Really are. Of course, John DFW. And guys, you're welcome. And Jeff Ray, thank you. Modern Relic, thank you. Guys, join our McGreevy Discord. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community. And yeah, what can I say, man? Good stuff. Jack Dawson was here. Thank you, Jack Dawson. Aaron Reed was here. Dave Gardner, man, that's a must subscribe channel there. So guys, subscribe to that, please, as well. And everybody supports each other in this community. Cousin Ken Castro was with us for a while, heart and soul of this channel. And there we go. That's pretty much it, guys. Until the next time, which will probably be Sunday night. See you then. And until then, we'll see you around the batting cage. Good night, everybody.